again. Make sure your name's on the front page. So look at the Pokemon right underneath there. Make sure your name's on there. If you misplaced it, we got it back to you. Okay, so this chapter is super short. I think it's only three lessons long. 1, 2, 3, I believe. Come on, loading. Oh, 4. 4 lessons long. So we'll probably be done this in week and a half to 2 weeks, right? So this is probably most likely it's going to be on your term 2 report card, or at least parts of it will be. All right. All right. So let's get started. So today we're going to start talking about this chapter. It's called percents. It's a really special fraction, right? It just means it's a fraction out of 100, right? Now, a percentage can be written in 4 different ways, hence the 4 lessons that we're going to do, right? Right. So the first is just like a normal percentage. Is that with like the percent sign like that, right? Then it can also be written as a fraction. I'm going to zoom this in. Fraction. It can also be written as a decimal. And finally, as a hundreds grid. And that's what we're going to be mainly working on today. Okay? So exact same number can be represented 4 different ways, and you need to be able to switch between those 4 different methods. Okay? All right, now, so like I said, a fraction is out of 100, right? All right, so we have these 100 squids. So if you were to count up all these boxes, there would be 100 of them. So there's like 10 that go in this direction, and there's 10 that go in this direction. All right. Just like fractions, if you wanted to represent this as a fraction, it's like how many are shaded?
30.
30 are shaded here?
20.
10, 20, 30. Yeah, we have 30 shaded here. Right? Out of 100. So that would be a percentage, right? 30 out of 100. Or, like you like to see on test results, which I'll be handing yours back today, 30% like this. Okay? Not too bad?
Yeah.
All right? So, that's just counting and writing your fraction out. You also need to be able to draw it. Right? 8%. Lucas, just wait till the notes are over. It won't be long. All right? Good. How many boxes do we shade in, Lucas?
1. Oh, no, 8.
8.
8 and then 94.
Now, we're going to shade in 8 boxes. It doesn't matter what 8 you shade in. I like to shade in the bottom ones. You can shade in the top ones. You could randomly pick 8. That would work. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just a little bit of a pain, right? It's easier to just go in a line. Right? So 8. So go right there. Boom. Okay. Next one. Do 94. What does 94 look like? How many won't be shaded?
6.
6. So shade everything except for 6 of them. Right? So maybe leave 6 blank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now you can have percents actually greater than 100. All right, so if, like for example, if you have bonus marks, right? So if you have a percentage greater than 100, there's only 100 boxes here. That would mean that we need to use, Max? Yeah, you have to use more than one, right? If your percentage is greater than 100, you just have to use more than one grid. Right? So if we have 147%, how many do we shade in the first one?
100.
How many do we shade in the second one?
47.
That's it. All right? All right, so we're going to shade in 100 in the first one. Ooh, the whole thing. Nice, soothing lesson. We use color. Then we have 47 on the other one. 30, 40. All right. How about this next one under bleed? 103.5. How many would we shade in the first one?
100.
How many would we shade in the second one?
3.5.
3.5, right? So we can have decimal percents as well. So we got 100 here. Maybe I'll go blue this time. Right? Over here. And B. So you can tell this quiz, which you're going to have in a couple of days, won't be too bad. So you got to do 100 full, 3 full, and a partial other one. So now, what happens is the full ones, a reader can easily, if I didn't show you this bottom number, somebody else could just look at this and go, oh, there's 147 there, right? If I didn't show you this one, you would say it would be hard to see what the decimal is. You'd be 103 and something. You'd be like, is it 0.5? Is it 0.4? Is it 0.6? That becomes pretty hard to judge as a reader if they don't see this. So what happens is when we have the decimal percentage, we do a zoomed in square. So we're going to do that on the back side. So if we have a decimal percentage, we call that a fractional percent, okay, which means a percent less than 1, percent less than, than 1. We do these zoomed in squares. Okay? For example, if I wanted to draw, this fractional percent, 3/4 of a percent, we need to draw a zoomed in square. So let's just draw that here. Nice. Imagine a nice zoomed in square. Now we have to break this up into pieces. How many pieces do we break this up into? 4, right? The bottom number tells you how many pieces to break it up into. So you can break up to 4 vertical pieces, or I like to just go like this, right? So you can divide 1 square into 4 pieces.
And C three.
Shade 3. The top number tells you what are shaded. And we're going to shade in 3. All right? 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. So let's look at this one. What would this percentage be? It's out of 10. And it's 7 out of 10%. Okay. How about this one? Okay, we got this is 5 out of 8. But what about the rest of this? So it's 42. So this would be written as, hey, we have 42 full, and our fractional percent, less than 1, is 5 out of 8%. All right? So when you see a fraction with a percent symbol after it, it means it's less than 1%. All right? Okay. Next one here. What's our whole number? How many whole boxes do we have shaded in here?
75.
Yeah, these are 10s, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 5. So that's our whole number. 75. What's our fractional part?
1/3.
1. We have 1 out of 3 done. 1/3, and it's important to put the percent symbol in. 1/3%. Excellent. Okay. And let's see. Okay. You guys take the lead. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds. Do these 3 diagrams. Come up with your numbers. What do you come up with? All right. So, yellow one on the top left-hand corner. What did you guys come up with? 42 and 5/8, including the percent symbol. I'm going to mark you wrong if you don't have that percent symbol. All right. What do we have over here?
74 and 8/10.
74 and 8/10. I like how you're pronouncing these fractions, right? Remember, we did a whole lesson on that, how to pronounce the fraction part. This one. 18 and 3/4 or 3/4. All right, so we'll stop right there.